Virgo. This is your May 4th to May 10th reading, and I do have timestamps that I'm putting on now. I'm just trying it out, see how I like it, and I did want to incorporate some astrological aspects in, so that's why I'm timestamping this reading. And for you, for this week, the biggest influence on you is going to be Mercury being sextile with Jupiter. So this alignment could bring clarity to a financial decision or offer new opportunities for growth. So definitely negotiate, put your ideas out there, because expansion is going to be likely when you do lead with clarity. And I just want to get a couple cards to start here to see how, excuse me, you're currently feeling towards that. Okay, so yeah, you may have experienced some loss here with your finances as far as that is concerned, or in your career. You may have separated from an employer or a job, or you may be losing some income in some way, or again, just have a setback as it relates to your financing and your financial plans that you've set for yourself. So some goals that you wanted to accomplish, you may have a little bit of challenge or contrast coming your way as it relates to trying to achieve those goals. We do also have victory coming to you though, so just know that this was just a step back and it's part of a larger, grander plan that you're working towards. So don't get so caught up in the experience that you had and the loss that you experienced, because it's really about like the bigger picture and the overall journey, and we know where that ends up. That leads with your success and with your accomplishment. So really try to move on as quickly as you can from any setbacks that you do encounter. Yeah, and so you do have even more change and transformation coming to you. So that's also another good reason why it's like, don't get so focused in what happened in the past, and just taking the lesson from that as quickly as you can, because there's more change, there's more transition, there's more growth that's going to be happening for you this week. Okay, so let's get a couple oracles here, or messages. So definitely free yourself from any burdens, from any over analyzing or over critiquing, any judgments that you're placing on yourself, you coming down on yourself for experiencing the setback. It's really time to stop blaming yourself, to stop making yourself feel bad, and stop judging yourself for that. Okay, it's all a part of your journey, and it's about you going on the journey and having these experiences, having these highs and lows, and learning along the way. So that is so much more important than you actually reaching the end goal, even though that we know the end goal is going to be success, it's going to be prosperity, and it's going to be fulfillment. So just don't get lost in the things that are currently happening now. Okay, so let's see, current challenges. So you may not be feeling as passionate, and you may be feeling like, as a result of some things happening or not working out as you want them to, you may feel like just throwing the whole thing away, right? Just throw it all away. But you have goals here, and you have dreams, and you have things that you want to accomplish, and you have things that you want to achieve. So definitely don't just throw everything away. Just recognize the lessons that you were to learn as a part of these experiences that you had. What else? So we have the Hangman here as well. So it may be helpful to you to gain a little perspective here, to do some reflecting and to be introspective. Maybe even take yourself out of the situation and view it from an objective viewpoint, because we do even see here like the coins is coming out. So we definitely do see that there may be some loss here, or there may come there may be a bill that comes due, or an unexpected expense that happens. But you taking time to ensure that you are still focused on your goals, that you are still sticking to the plan, is going to help you to persevere, because things happen. Life happens. Life is lifing. We know that. So don't get too caught up in like one experience, one setback, one issue that happens. Okay, Okay, we also have the King of Swords here as well. So you may need to be truthful and honest with yourself or with any members of your family, your partner, or other members of the family, because not everyone understands what's going on or has full insight into what's going on, because you may be the primary one controlling the finances or managing things. So it's about allowing others to really understand what's going on. And that would also help you get back on track to get some advice or some information from them as well, because this is impacting them, not just you. But again, it's about being clear, being honest, being direct, and understanding what the lessons are and what you learned from this experience, from this setback, and applying it in the future. Okay. I feel like it may also be a little difficult for others around you to be of support to you at this time, so you may encounter that as well. But that's when you go within and really connect with your higher self, connect with your heart space, and give yourself the love, the support, the encouragement that you're desiring. Okay, so we also have the Prince of Cups here. So there's opportunity for you to be creative, and you're being guided to be creative, because I do see that as a challenge for you this week. But is there a creative way that you can turn things around, that you can get back on track? Consider that. Think about that. And you doing those self-care practices, your meditations, your breath work, just being in peace and calm and connected with the authentic version of you, and you taking the time to recognize the signs and synchronicities that come your way, it's all leading to you opening your consciousness more, so that you are more connected with your higher self and your intuition. You're able to receive those downloads and that guidance and those messages that are going to help you decide, like, what are the best options for me, and what path should I go down now? What should I focus on? What is my priority moving forward? Okay, give me one more. Okay, so we have the Princess of Wands here as well. So you're learning. You're in that phase where you're learning, you're figuring this out, and the only way to figure it out is to do it, and to have mishaps, to have setbacks. It's making you stronger, and it's helping you to accomplish your goals. You're gaining wisdom, you're gaining knowledge, and you should be proud of yourself for allowing yourself to have slip-ups, but to recognize what the lessons are in those slip-ups, and then get yourself back on track. So be proud when you do that. Take a moment and be proud of yourself for that, because some can get off track and never get back on track. Okay, so at least you're acknowledging that, you're understanding what happened, you've received the lessons, and now you're like, okay, it's time to get back into the swing of things so that I can accomplish my goals. And I see the passion coming back, you having this renewed sense of like, okay, yes, this is what I want to achieve, this by this date, this is my goal. And then you're going to start to have that encouragement, that strength, that courage to start taking inspired action towards that. Or to, again, just get back on track with it. And we have the Emperor coming out as well. Okay. So I feel like you're desiring to be in this energy, in this state, to where you are a really strong foundation for others that you love and care about, and even to allow yourself to be more charitable and more giving out into the world. So you're working towards getting yourself back into that position or that state. Some of you are already there. That's wonderful. That's absolutely amazing. I'm seeing that many of you are working towards that place and towards that state. Okay, so let's get a couple oracles here. All right, so we have luck coming towards you. So this is prosperity. This is blessings coming towards you, and that is confirmation of that. And we also have you needing to let go of having to be right and having to have all the answers. You know you have them within you already. You know that already. But sometimes there may be soul family that are here to provide you with support, wisdom, knowledge, messages, synchronicities, signs that you can pick up on. You can say like, oh, okay, you know what? Yeah, that's a wonderful idea, or that's something that I hadn't thought of and I can incorporate into my plan and into my process. So you may want to connect with soul family, other individuals that have the same interests, that have your best interest in mind as well. So there may be some more ideas, some other options out there available to you. Okay. And you being very focused on your path and getting back on track. And this is about you like safeguarding the future, solidifying the future. And you know that you are co-creating the future, your reality, with source, with your higher self and guides. So this is all a part of that process. So we know, okay, yeah, maybe got off track a little bit, but this is the time, this is the week that I'm getting back on track with my finances, with my career, with the goals that I do have relating to that. And I'm going to ensure success. And again, we're not getting down to the point where we're like very specifically like, I need A, I need B, I need C. This is more about knowing what you're working towards. You're working toward building a strong financial foundation, creating generational wealth, like thinking of things in a more broader sense and term, and solidifying that intention without creating like very specific outcomes that the universe has to provide to you. Okay. So what else? Let's see. Challenges for Virgo. Thank you. All right. So we have Nine of Wands and Queen of Swords. Okay, so I feel like you may encounter a little bit of a challenge with just being honest with yourself here and listening to yourself. So I feel like you will be honest with yourself, but it's more about like really connecting with that honesty and knowing what needs to happen and knowing that, okay, I might need to cut down on some expenses here and there if I really want to accomplish that. If I want to get that deck or patio, I know I'm going to have to cut down on, my massages or something, you know what I mean? So you definitely know what needs to get done here, and you're opening yourself up. You're being guided at least to do that, to open yourself up to more knowledge, more information, more ideas to come to you. But I feel like you know already what it is. You have a good sense of what it is that you can do to help you get back on track, or to continue to strengthen your finances and your financial foundation. So you know those things already, and it's a matter of you taking inspired action toward that. Okay, so Nine of Wands here as well. Okay, so this is you definitely feeling a little broken, battered, like just can't get it right. Like, you're trying, and things just aren't happening fast enough for you, or you're experiencing successes in very small amounts. But you're definitely being guided to continue working towards your goals, and know and trust that success is going to be your outcome. Okay, so keep going, keep trying. You are being recognized for the hard work, for the effort you're putting in. Your guides are proud of you. And they know and recognize that, like, yeah, you've definitely been putting in the work. You've definitely made changes. You've definitely made progress towards your goals. And again, it just may not be as fast as you've wanted it to be. But be proud of how far you've come as a start. Okay? So let's see what else. We just went there, so let's go here. Let's get a couple more messages. So we have you connecting with your life purpose. Okay, so releasing toxicity as well, and shifting your focus. Wonderful. Wonderful, because this is really your guidance for this week, to let go of the past, let go of the situation, let go of what happened, and really focus on the now and the energy that you're emitting, the thoughts, the beliefs that you're putting into the universe. So trusting yourself, and trust that you have what it takes to see this through. You have what it takes to get yourself back on track, and you're strong enough, you're powerful enough to work through what you need to work through to accomplish your goals. And really, I feel like for some of you, and this may not be all of you, but for some of you, there is like this loop that you keep experiencing because you are not letting go of what's happened in the past. Like you're still focused on some things that happened or didn't happen, or you're really trying to force a partner into like a specific box or role so that you can accomplish an outcome, trying to control things. And it may be about you like recognizing that that's what you're doing, and you're really being a little too controlling here, and to release some of that, to let it go, and to trust in yourself and trust in the plan that you've built for yourself. And then just go with the flow of life. Okay? So let's see, what are your wants and desires here? We have the Eight of Swords here. All right. So I feel like you want really this, you want to be free here. You want to be financially free. You want to be free of burdens, free of anything that's not allowing you to live your life purpose and to be your authentic self. So there may be some things in particular that you want to be free of, but I'm just seeing like you wanting to be free at this point and feeling like you're shackled, or feeling like you feel burdened in some way, or feeling like you're not going to achieve or accomplish your goals here is what I'm seeing. I feel like there's a different approach that you can take to be successful. Okay, so this is about redefining the plan, reframing the situations that you're going through, so that you're able to have a more positive outlook, so that is the energy that you're putting out into the universe, so you can start to see that being mirrored back to you. But really focusing on what hasn't happened or hasn't happened fast enough is sort of keeping you in a place where you're not able to focus on where you really want to be, and you're not able to see those different approaches, those different options that are available to you that you can take advantage of. So what else? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You definitely want this cycle to close and to start a new journey. And what else? Okay, you want love, you want to feel, and I feel like this is both romantic love and it's also self-love. I feel like you want to be in this state of calm, in this state of peace, in this state of fulfillment and prosperity. Okay. So we know what you're desiring here, and then let's see what some outcomes are here. What are some potential outcomes? Thank you. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups. Wonderful. So I feel like with your partner here, hearing specifically, like that is going to turn around. So you may come to an understanding this week, or you may come to agreement this week on what your goals are. But whatever this is relating to that, I feel like you are going to work through that and get in a better position with your partner. So you're going to feel like you're more aligned, and you both are on the same page here. And that may take a couple discussions. That may take that honesty needing to come out. Like, look, this is really where things are. How do we get there? Let's work together on this to identify what our options are and the paths that we want to go down. Okay, Okay, so we have you absolutely being able to close out cycles and start new ones. And you getting into that Empress energy. So this is Empress or Emperor. There's no gender here, but you getting back to that place where you are. Oh, we have Emperor here as well. So, but yeah, you getting to that place where you feel secure, you feel protected, you feel provided for. So we do have success here, and we do have you back on track and down the path that you know is for you. So you're getting realigned. You're coming back into alignment with who you authentically are, and that's opening up a new door. It's opening up a new chapter for you. Okay? And you may also have some skills here, some hidden gifts and talents that you can explore that can support you financially. So share those gifts and talents with the world. And these would be those gifts and talents that you do feel passionate about and that you do feel comfortable with exploring and sharing, because that can lead to financial prosperity for you. Okay? So let's see. Let's get a couple of messages here. Okay, so we have inspiration. So find that inspiration, and I feel like you will, because with you evaluating your situation and where you are and connecting with your intuition, that'll help you find that inspiration. And even having like those discussions with your partner or with those in your family to like, okay, these are our goals, this is where we're at, this is where we want to be. That could also create inspiration within you and the individuals around you. We have nostalgia. Okay, so there could be someone returning from the past for some of you. This could be a friend or a lover, but this could also be you connecting with your inner child as well. So you may want to do a meditation on that. You may want to also just make sure your inner child is well and see if they need anything. And you may also be thinking about in the past where you were successful and when you had more things. And it's not necessarily about like looking at this from a material perspective. This is about like your feeling, how you felt in the past when you were successful and what type of feelings those brought about, and you calling on those feelings and knowing and trusting that you can experience those feelings. You can experience greater feelings than that. Okay, and you knowing and trusting that, and then deciding like what's next for me? What can I do to make myself feel good? And immediately you can do your self-care practices. Okay? So your meditations, your journaling, your writing, your coloring, you getting out into nature, you're exercising, eating healthy, staying hydrated, getting more sleep. Those are all self-care practices that can make you feel good and boost your mood. Because that's what this is about, really adjusting your mood and experiencing love, unconditional love. Okay? And I feel like if we're bringing this full circle back to career and finances, there is really opportunity for you to stay positive throughout all of this. And that's what I'm always preaching and promoting here. And we don't have the 10 of Cups that came out, but this is reminding me of the 10 of Cups, where there is this reminder to you of everything you have and being appreciative for that, and trusting the process and trusting your journey and being positive again throughout all of life's circumstances. Alright, Virgo, so those are the messages I have for you. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share if you found this helpful. So thanks so much for watching, and take care.